For our company, Viraju Autosoft, why we got preferred service partner for one of our OEM Citrix cloud software. Why? Because we had done lots of deployment and some international deployment for Citrix VDI and NetScaler. That's why they provided this badge where we can now officially support them or help them for their projects in future. That is one of the good news for us. Now coming to the today's session, and today's session is about why I got this idea, because we are preparing and we are creating a strong service company from last 4 to 5 years when we started this journey after COVID. So, and now we are realizing this patience is somewhere going phased out. So, the today's topic is the death of long-term thinking has already started. So, why I'm saying this? There is something interesting happening inside organization today. So, nobody openly says we don't care about the long term. But if you watch how decisions are made, how profits shift, how leaders are rewarded, you realize something quietly. Long term thinking has not disappeared suddenly, it has been slowly crowded out, and most people didn't even notice when it happened. So, not very long ago, long term thinking meant building capabilities, not just result, making decisions that would pay off in 3 to 5 years, accepting a strong team result, accepting short term discomfort for long term strength, creating institutions, not just outcomes. And leaders were expected to leave something behind. Today, something has changed. Not because leaders become careless, but because the system stopped rewarding patience. So long-term thinking didn't die in dramatic way. It was replaced by quarterly pressure, instant metrics, real-time dashboards, social validation, algorithm-driven urgency, and everything now asks what happened this week, what moved today, what can be sold now. And the future becomes abstract, the present becomes noisy. And when noise becomes noise, all and as you know, noise always wins against patience. So what makes this dangerous in that it feels normal. So people say this is just how business work now. This is the pace of the world. We don't have the luxury to think long term. But here is the uncomfortable truth. So the world has always been fast. What changed is how quickly we forget yesterday. And when memories shorten, so so does strategies, right? There are costs of short-term thinking that don't show up on dashboards. Repeated mistakes, fragile system, burned out people, shadow leadership, benchmark, constant reinvention without learning. Organization become busy, not wise. They move but don't compound, and without compounding, a scale eventually collapse. So technology. So you were saying technology is doing this. So I can say technology didn't kill long-term thinking on purpose. It removed frictions. It speed up the feedbacks. It's reward responsiveness, but leadership forgets something important. Speed is a tool, direction is responsibility. And when speed becomes the strategy, the future loses its seat at the table. So the strongest leader, which I saw in my community or in my friend groups, I observed today, they don't talk much about the long-term thinking. They design for it, and they protect time for reflection, delay irreversible decisions, invest in people before problem appears. So they say no to good ideas to protect great one. They understand that the future is not predicted, it is prepared for. Let me leave you with some questions, not answers. What decision today is hurting you 3 years from now? What capabilities are you postponing because it won't show immediate result? If leadership changed tomorrow, what knowledge would disappear? What are you optimizing for that no longer matters? These questions are uncomfortable. Maybe you are not thinking on this line, but that is why they matter. That is why they matter. The death of long-term thinking don't begin with bad leaders. It begins with short memories. The future doesn't disappear suddenly. It disappears when nobody is accountable for it. Organizations that survive the next decade will not be the fastest. They will be the one that still remember why they exist. So what you say? If you think really long-term thinking is going or fading out, then provide your inputs in the chat or in the comment of YouTube and LinkedIn videos so that others can also get benefited. Tomorrow we will talk about another silent shift inside companies, one that most people feel but cannot explain yet. But till then, thank you for joining, and we'll come back tomorrow again.